cucina in Italian means my kitchen. And boy, do I have an amazing cookie that I created all by myself. It is a lemon, rosemary, almond Christmas cookie, and it's packed with flavor, and it's delicious, and it's gluten-free. So la prima cosa, the first thing that we need to do is to put on the fadale. You know, and I have this beautiful fadale because this says believe, 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 to have faith that we are wonderful, wonderful, beautiful souls, that God loves us so, so much. Oh my gosh, I think I can do this. Oh, look at this. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to give you all of the ingredients, and we're going to be working with this. So oven at 350 degrees. I have it for 22 minutes. Depending on your oven, it might take 22 minutes to about 25 minutes, and then wait till I show you how we're going to do this. So what we are going to do is we're going to do the wet ingredients, because the first thing that I want to do is I want to add, guys, I want to add over here, I have 3/4 cups of fine sugar. I am utilizing very, very fine sugar, very fine sugar, and that's going to go in our wonderful little guy over here. And sometimes the sugar doesn't want to come out, but we're gonna make it come out, okay? I'm an Italian woman, hey, I'm on a mission over here. And my mission is to get this guy over here. And then what we want to do to this is we want to add 1 egg at room temperature, 1 egg, and we want to make sure that we get all of this. So one more time, guys, 3/4 cups of fine sugar. I'm using Casper sugar, Get that out of the way. And then I have the 1 egg right over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to crack 1 egg, like so. And remember, don't throw the shells away, because that's how I grow my vegetables. I grow them in an egg. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that one right there. And then this other guy over here, this one is going to be for how we are going to brush the wonderful, the cookies. So what we want to do is we really want this to start doing its thing. It's got to do. So what we want to do is we want this to start fluffing and really incorporating in there. In the meantime, while this is doing their thing, what I have here is I have a 1/4 cup of coconut oil. I have a teaspoon of lemon extract and a teaspoon of vanilla extract. I also have here some lemon, and what I am utilizing is I'm utilizing a 1/4 cup of lemon juice. 1/4 cup of lemon juice, teaspoon of lemon extract, teaspoon of vanilla extract. Remember, a 1/4 cup of coconut oil. And then over here, I also have coconut milk. And I have a 1/4 cup of coconut milk. So I'm going to repeat the wet ingredients one more time. 1 egg at room temperature, 3/4 cups of fine sugar, a 1/4 cup of coconut oil, a 1/2 cup of coconut milk, 1 teaspoon of lemon extract, a 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract. But what we want to do is we want the egg to really become much more lighter. Now, in between all of this, remember, guys, to lift this up and to scrape so it gets all the sugar all incorporated. And at first you're going to go, well, this is not going to work, but trust me, it is going to work. I have been perfecting this cookie for weeks and weeks and weeks, and wait, it's so tasty and so delicious. All right, so then now while it's doing that, I am going to take you to the dry ingredients. We are going to sift 2 cups of gluten-free flour. 2 cups of gluten-free flour. And I'm also going to be utilizing, guys, a 1/2 cup of almond flour. So the 2 cups of gluten-free flour and a half a cup of almond flour. We are going to start sifting it, and then to this, I'm gonna go step by step because I really want you guys to really understand how we're gonna do this cookie. So right now, what I'm doing here is I just added the half a cup of almond flour. All right, so now I'm gonna add the rest, because what you want to do is you really want to sift this. And what sifting does, it really fluffs it up more. All right, so we're done with that. Okay, so now to this, I have a 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda and 2 teaspoons of baking powder goes in here, a pinch of salt, that's going to be here, and then we'll just keep sifting it, and we're going to be sifting this. And now the eggs are starting to become more lighter, and that's what we want to do. In the meantime, by the time this is completely sifted, that is going to be exactly what I wanted to do, because this is going to double in size. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to add the extra that's going to be going right in there. And I'm also going to add the coconut oil. Make sure that everything is at a room temperature. And then I'm going to add the coconut milk. Oh yeah, baby. Woo-hoo! And we just want this to continue to incorporate. Get this out of the way. In the meantime, we're going to continue over here to sip, 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 sip. And this is going to, like I said, it's going to double in size, guys. It's going to double in size. And then we are going to be making this one, like I said, these wonderful, delicious cookies. I also have zested 2 lemons. And I have 2 zest lemons are going to be going right in here. Make sure we get everybody out. I really want the zest of the lemons. Really want the zest of the lemons. Coming in here like so. And then what I have here is I have 2 teaspoons of rosemary or 1 tablespoon of rosemary chopped up. Rosemary in no time. Yes, no time today, guys. No time today. Okay, and then what I want to do is I really want to, mix this together because I want all of that. And you're going to see these beautiful little spicks of the rosemary. And it already smells like lemon. Now to this, talking about the lemon, I'm going to add the lemon juice right in there because that's going to give such a nice flavor. Because to carry that lemon flavor, delicious. I also have here a 1/4 cup of almond slices, and then what I want you to do is to take your hands like so and kind of mush them up just a little bit, okay? Because you want to be able to see that. So we want to get this really mixed very well in here. All right, so then I'm going to get that out, and then now as you can see there, it's doubling in size. See that? It's doubling in size. Because we're putting a lot of air into this cookie. And these cookies are going to rise. And wait till I show you how they are. They're beautiful. I love creating new stuff. Okay, so now that we are done with that, get this, I tell you what, I have more trouble with, trying to get things in there and out. Okay, so now we're going to take this out. And then what I want to do is I want to make sure that your flours are very well mixed with everybody, okay? And you can see the specks of lemon. It's so beautiful, beautiful. And now what we want to do is we want to put all of this wonderful mixture right in there, just like so. Make sure you get it all, guys. Make sure you get it all. Oh, yeah. And this cookie is delicious. Wait till you guys try it. It's so yummy, my gosh. I love lemon and I love rosemary. So then what we want to do is we want to go under. Let me show this. Okay, we're going to go right here. We're going to go under. You see what I'm doing right here? And what we want to do is we want to fold. We want to fold. Because, when you're working with gluten-free flour and you're working with the almond flour, it's not like your regular flour. It takes time. It takes patience. And because what it's doing is it's absorbing everything. It's getting to know you. The ingredients are getting to know each other. Get yourself 2 sheets of and put some parchment paper, 350 degrees oven. And make sure that you set your timer. I have it on 22 minutes, depending on your oven. It might take 25 minutes. So you see what I'm doing, guys? You see how this is coming? You see that? So even though you think that it's not enough of the liquids, because really the only fat in here, it's really the coconut oil. And this, like I said, is an amazing cookie, and oh, it's beautiful. When it finally worked, this cookie, I was like, oh my goodness, and then it was approved by my neighbors and of course the husband. And when I get it approved was when I bring it to you. So now that we have these beautiful things, get your little egg right here and kind of break that a little bit. Get yourself a little brush. Okay, so get that out of the way right here. And now what I want to do to this, guys, is I want to add my wonderful almonds. And then we're just going to incorporate the almonds like so. You see that? Some of them are broken, some of them are whole, and that's okay. You know, in Italy, and I'm going to talk about maybe myself, I always grew up, any kind of sweet that we ever had, always had some type of nuts. There's always some type of nuts. So now that we have these wonderful things like this, get yourself a little scoopy like this, very simple transaction. And because these guys, they do kind of expand, what I would do is, we are going to do this al rustico, okay, so rustic. They don't have to be perfect cookies. I know for all your perfectionists, and trust me, I used to be one of those perfectionists, so I just want to put them like that. They are a little sticky, guys, but trust me, it's going to be fine. Don't be worried. Don't be scared. There's nothing to fear. We are just dealing with the cookies. Oh, like I said, they are delicious. They're gluten-free for those that have gluten sensitivity. My husband doesn't have gluten sensitivity, but I do. And he likes to bake. So when he bakes, he bakes with the regular flour, and when I bake the gluten-free, and so that way I can get to have cookies, because you know I want to have cookies. And it used to be not like that. I used to not have sensitivity. I think that's how it's said. I still have, you know, after 50 years, you know, you would think that I was still could speak better English. So you can see how they are right here. Give them enough room so they can expand. And then I'm going to come in here, like put one over here, put one over here. It makes quite a few cookies with a little guy. Okay, with a little guy. All right, so now I got this. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with that. Then what you want to do is you want to take a little fork and you kind of want to smush them a little bit. Smush them a little bit. Let's move this guy over here so this guy can have his own room, because, you know, it's got to have its own space. And then, you know, just kind of mush this, guys, like so. See what I'm doing? Just like that. Okay. And what happens is when they bake, the outside is going to have like this wonderful crunch, and in the inside they're going to be yummy and gooey. Woo! Now, you could brush them if you want with an egg wash, just a little bit of egg wash. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, just a little bit of the egg wash will give it a nice, beautiful color, and it's not going to hurt the cookie. And then what I would do is I would get my, you know, the little Christmas little wonderful little things, and I'm just going to kind of put them right on top, right on top. Kids love that, and I'm a kid at heart, and I like them myself. So this tray, I'm just going to pretty much do them like this. Okay, guys. So now that I have that. Now I'm going to get, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to bake these guys at the same time. And I'm not going to put one on top of the other. I'm going to put them together in the oven. Then that way they can all come out at the same time. Because, you know, I have discovered that certain cookie tray or whatever you call these, they all have their own heating. Like one of them tends to cook, tends to brown the cookie to where the other one doesn't. And I have discovered that if I put them together at the same time, guys, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to put them in the oven, they all come out the same way. So here, let's just put it like that. Like I said, this makes a lot of cookies, which is wonderful if you are going to see family or if you're going to go to a Christmas party. I know that right now there's a lot of concern with COVID. And I always talk about health, guys. I talk about that when you are healthy and you take care of yourself and your body goes into alkaline, that your chances of you getting sick are a lot less than if you're not doing anything. And I'm so glad that today a doctor talked about how it is your responsibility, your health. And I've been telling you that, and I've been telling you that, and I know a lot of you have responded to that. It is your responsibility. So as you can see, I'm adding more over here. So how many dozens? It's, if you're going to use a little scooper, you can have quite a few dozens. Maybe 1 or 2 or 3 or 4. Well, who knows? It depends on how much cookie you want. Watch it. All right, and I have a little guy over here that he just seems not to be going anywhere right now, but we can eat him later. All right, so now let me just grab something. I know I have something over here. It's for me to kind of clean my hands. And then the same thing with the egg wash, a little egg wash, and you can do the egg wash now and then smoosh them any way you want. You see how I'm doing different, very, very easy, very simple transaction. This cookie it's designed for easy, because now if you want to make the dough ahead of time, I have not done it ahead of time. I like to bake my cookies the same day. And I cannot answer that question for those that just asked that question, because I can see, I don't know. So now I'm going to come over here and I'm going to be using a different kind. So now my cookies are going to be, it's beginning to look like Christmas everywhere I go. When we're sad, singing is a very good thing. It just, it does something, guys. It does something. So, give yourself permission to sing. Everybody's got a voice, and don't listen to anybody that says you cannot sing. Shame on them people, eh? Everybody can sing. Because we're all worth it. We're all enough, darn it. Okay, so now as you can see, I have this like this, and I have it this like that. So that when you open the oven, it doesn't have to be one on top of the other, okay? I am going to put them sideways. See what I'm doing here? I am going to put these sideways, guys, sideways. So they all cook at the same time. I started my timer. And now, through the magic of the internet, this is what you get. This is what you get. Let me bring it to you even closer. Look at that. You see that? So now, we got a taste. I made these earlier. So now, I'm going to take this guy over here. So I'm going to show you how much they raise. You see that? You see that? You see that cookie? Ooh, look at that cookie. And then we cut it open, and then we got a taste. They are delicious with coffee. They are delicious with tea. They're delicious at any time, and they are gluten-free, all organic cookies. You don't need to do nothing to these cookies. You do not need to put any icing. You don't need to do anything, because the cookies already have their own deliciousness. Very simple, al rustico. Okay, guys, that is all I have for you today. I want to thank you for joining me today. I want to thank my beautiful sponsors, Dario Rodriguez with Life and Food Superstores in Ellenton, Florida, that provides me with all these amazing ingredients for me to bring these wonderful things to you. I want to thank Paula Harris with FARMASI for making me so beautiful. And I also want to thank my friend Stephen Bailey with Bailey Fishing and Island Charter. If you come to Florida and you want to catch some bigger fish, let me tell you, he's the man. Okay, guys, be kind to yourself. Take care of you. Take care of your health. Because when you do that, then you feel good. And then, who knows, you may lose some weight.